Smackdown review time. I can tell you there's some good, there's some ugly, and there's also some bad in this episode of Smackdown. So, yeah, we'll just get right into it. Randy Orton opened up the show. Randy Orton noted that when he got to the venue earlier today that WrestleMania sign was up, Orton said he got him thinking about all the WrestleManias he's performed in. And there has been 20 of them. Orton said he's only main evented twice. Oh, that's actually pretty interesting. That's 2009 and 2014. Owen said it doesn't matter how many records or titles you have because there's no guarantee that you're going to WrestleMania or main eventing WrestleMania. Owen said, here we are, and he can officially say he's going back to the main event of WrestleMania. Owen said he's not the kind of guy to say he's the best, but others like Ric Flair, The Undertaker, Harley Race, and JBL would say that Orton is what you get if you build a pro wrestler from the ground up. Which is true. Owen said that way that makes him feel it's something else. Owen talked about the amazing talented night to share that he got to share a locker room with. Makes him proud to be doing this, and that he's still at the top of his game, and he's in the spot that he's in. Owen said that nobody gave this opportunity to him because he earned this. Orton said that when it comes to the main event of WrestleMania, he doesn't know who his opponent will be because later on the show is Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. And yeah, we'll go through that later on, but yeah. Orton said it doesn't matter who it is because he's not leaving empty-handed. Orton's going in with a chip on his shoulder and he's leaving with the WWE Championship around his waist. And then he said he'll accomplish that by using the most three English letters in all sports entertainment. R-K, and then the lights run out, and whoop, that Trick Williams comes out. And he has a lot of star-making entrance for Trick, so yeah, I think he's going to be a future star. And then Trick Williams put himself over as usual for being entertaining and sexy and all that stuff. Trick said he has a bone to pick with Orton because we know he should be in the main event of WrestleMania getting that title shot. Trick said that Orton went to his pod in the Elimination Chamber and he said Trick is not 6'5", so Randy Orton turned it on so they can measure. And then Trick and Orton went face to face in the ring, so Trick mentioned his lemon pepper steppers. And that led to Orton dropping Trick with the RKO. So yeah, so not really not really a big fan of Trick just getting RKO'd and kind of being a comedy act, but hopefully that doesn't continue and hopefully they make him a big star that he could be. So the next match I did not get into because I had no idea who this guy was. It was Kamala Hayes defending his U.S. Championship against Al Hitra Del Rango Jr. He's a AAA star. WWE's doing what the AEW does. It just assumes that people know who this guy is and just puts him in a match. They had a bit of a promo package. This is Melo's 7th defense, and he's been champion for 770 days. This match went 12 minutes. It was a good U.S. title match against Kamala Hayes, but I didn't think anybody expected Hayes to lose this match. These U.S. titles, these open challenges are good, but it just I think Kamala Hayes should be in that feud. And actually just start feuds and storylines. I know that's kind of what AEW is kind of lacking in right now. But yeah, so that was an enjoyable match. I mean, if you're a fan of AAA wrestling and familiar with this, then you'll probably like this match. I just couldn't get into it because I just didn't get into it. And then Ilya Dragunov was watching backstage on TV as Jackie Kelly asked him why he didn't want a title shot for that U.S. title. Ilya said he doesn't want a shot because he has lost some matches recently. He said he learned that from another, from his mother, that he fought hard throughout the match. Ilya mentioned that he takes pride in being called a warrior, talked about waiting for the right time. The Miz approached Ilya complaining about him wanting to wait. Kip Wilson also approached Ilya saying that he's toxic. Ilya summarized it by saying that they should settle this with a fight in the ring. Ilya then left. The Miz claimed he's the locker room leader and told Kip he's got this, even though Kip thought Miz would take the match. And then there's a championship celebration match up next. I actually really enjoyed the segment. We'll get into that. Damian Priest was talking to Smackdown GM Nick Aldis. Priest said that everybody's trying to get on the card at WrestleMania. Priest mentioned that he heard. And he has a match tonight. And Priest mentioned he heard that he has a match tonight and asked who he has. And then R-Truth walked in, saying that they are both in turmoil. Aldis said that they are a tag team turmoil tonight, and Priest was okay with it. So Damian Priest and R-Truth are going to be a tag team. Like, okay, I guess so. And then Drew McIntyre spoke to Nick Aldis. Drew said he has a chance to calm down. Drew reminded Aldis of the agreement that Cody wouldn't get a title shot unless he won the Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber. But Cody won neither and still got a shot because he's the golden child of WWE. He is booked to win. Aldis said Drew went back on his word, stay out of things, so he went back on his. And Aldis did the same. Drew said he's beaten Cody before and he'll do it again. So next was Nia Jax's Last Legend celebration segment. Last Legend is really good on the mic. So Nia Jax actually wasn't bad in the segment either. So. And then, yeah, they celebrated, and then Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss made their entrance in their wrestling gear. As they walked down to the ring, Bliss congratulated Nia for finding someone to ride the coattails. Bliss mentioned they only lost the titles to the Kabuki Warriors because of Legend and Jax interfering, so Bliss and Flair are here to be the next challengers. And then Kiana James, and then the Women's U.S. Champion, Julia, who hasn't defended that title once. That title's like pretty much like an afterthought now. Just saying. I don't know if they're actually waiting for Chelsea Green to get back from the injury. If she actually is, I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, so James bragged about beating Flair and Jax 2 weeks ago. So James bragged about beating Bliss in the Elimination Chamber. James said that they were going to WrestleMania one way or another. Julia spoke in Japanese and then said in English that they are going to walk into Vegas as Women's World Tag Team Champions. James wanted Flair and Bliss to step to the side. So then Nick Aldis, said that what was some action, so Aldis called for Flair and Bliss against Julia and James right now. So I don't know if this is going to set up a future tag team title match, but yeah, it's Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Julia and Kiana James. And it was a really good match. This match went 10 minutes. This wasn't official, and it was Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss winning. This wasn't an official contenders match, but it felt like the way with Flair and Bliss getting the win, it could totally turn into a face. They could totally face the irresistible forces. At WrestleMania maybe. But who knows, they might make it like a triple threat tag team. Like they got so many women tag team right now that they could potentially do it. And then they had a video package with Jelly Roll. I guess Jelly Roll is going to be on Smackdown next week, so. And then Sami Zayn had a really good segment here. He approached Cody Rhodes backstage, admitting that things have been awkward between them. Zayn complained that Cody is getting a WWE title match, even though he didn't win Elimination Chamber, which proves his point that he is the golden child of WWE. Cody responded by saying it sounds like Zayn is trying to politic his way into the WWE title match, and added that he doesn't have the title yet. Zayn got fired up, saying that Cody thinks he's doing that, but he was only there to wish him good luck, and it turned into all of this instead. Zayn explained that even if he hasn't acted like it, he's rooting for Cody and wants what's best for him. And then after Cody left, Zayn knocked over a water bottle, so that he was mad at himself. And then Trick Williams was shown in an interview with the Breakfast Club when Trick was talking about football compared to wrestling. Trick spoke about how fans all over the world react to him and how much he loves it. And then I was really surprised by this one. The Motor City Machine Guns entered to start the tag team gauntlet match. I was like, wow, Motor City Machine Guns actually have a match on SmackDown. But that's because they're in this tag team turmoil match. And then the winning team earns a title shot at the WWE tag team titles held by the MFTs. Yeah, they're facing off against Nathan Frazier and Axiom. So, yeah, I don't know. I keep saying this every week. It's like, you should not be burying Motor City Machine Guns. If they would have stayed in TNA, they probably could have still been in the main event scene. So yeah, so Job Squad was a Job Squad. They started with Shelley and Frazier for about a minute. Sabin and Axiom tagged in and exchanged some holds as Sabin got a crucifix pin for 2. Axiom tripped up Sabin and hit a half and half suplex. Frazier was back in again. Shelley with a kick to the head. And eventually Axiom and Frazier hit a double team move as Axiom hit a spin kick off the top while Frazier did a swoop kick. Sabin's foot was on the bottom rope, doing a penitent, but the referee never saw it, and the guns were eliminated. So that's what WWE thinks about Motor City Machine Guns. And then next was Angel Alberto. Well, I don't remember the last time they actually been in a tag team match, so, but they eliminated Fraxium. And the White Six were next. Joe Gacy and Dexter Loomis. Then the White Six got eliminated. And the next up was Damien Priest and R-Truth, the unlikely duo. And Los Galzos got eliminated, so that means Damien Priest and R-Truth are now a tag team, and they're going after the tag team champions, MFTs. I mean, they could put R-Truth and Dan Hellsing in together. They could do some comedy tag team, but I guess we'll see what R-Truth and the Priest do together. Unlikely duo. But I mean, I don't know why the Street Profits aren't in this match. I mean, I think they would have been in the match, but they were made off TV for whatever reason. So next week on SmackDown is going to be Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill face to face. Well, actually, that was up next. Sorry. Randy Orton was seen walking backstage while Sami Zayn approached him. Zayn said he's really happy for Orton. Zayn mentioned that Cody Rhodes qualified for Elimination Chamber because Drew McIntyre got involved. Zayn tried to do the right thing. Zayn said that Orton did the same thing to Cody in the chamber. Zayn wondered how Orton managed to do it. Orton said that sometimes you gotta be selfish. Zayn wished Orton the best. And telling Zayn that maybe he should try to listen to the voices in his head. Orton then laughed and then Aleister Black and Selena walked up to Zayn. Black said, "Don't worry about him." Selena said he can't help himself, referencing Orton, and Black said it's the nature of the beast. And Black and Selena laughed while Zayn thought about it. So they're really doing something with Sami Zayn. I think Sami Zayn probably going to turn heel. So, Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley took the face off. Jade Cargill made an entrance. Jade extended her hand and Rhea shook it. Jade explained that she shook Ripley's hand out of respect for Rhea and all her accomplishments. She also says that she respects how the fans love Rhea. Jade mentioned she respects how Ripley earned her title shot at WrestleMania. She added that she respects how hard Ripley worked to build her physique. Jade then claimed that she was not impressed. She said Ripley's arms are big, but her bar is bigger. She said Ripley's legs are powerful, but hers are more powerful, and she's more powerful overall. so bad that there's nothing Ripley can do about it because Jade is that B. Finally, Jade dropped the microphone. Ripley extended her right hand for a shake and Jade shook it. Ripley said she respected Jade's honesty. Ripley said she knows what Jade thinks about her. Ripley mentioned she doesn't impress Jade physically, but Rhea said that Jade impressed her physically. Ripley pointed out that Jade might have bigger shoulders, bigger arms, bigger legs, and bigger hands. But if you hit Ripley with the best shot, do you really think Ripley will stay down? Ripley said no to that. Ripley added that if she hits Jade with her best shot, then there's no way Jade will get back up. So, this segment actually wasn't terrible. Jade actually is pretty decent on the mic, but be interesting to see how they wrestle each other at WrestleMania. And then after that, this segment I did not like. They showed Alex Shelley talking to Candice LeRae while Johnny Gargano was still laying there on the equipment case. Chris Sabin walked in wondering why Shelley was checking on Gargano after the match. Sabin questioned why Shelley didn't save him during the match, and Shelley said he put Sabin's foot on the ropes. Sabin said they needed to talk, so they left. So it looks like they might be teasing the breakup or a division between the Motor City Machine Guns. So I mean, they're already buried, so they might as well bury them more, I guess. And then Candice tried to give Johnny a pep talk, and Johnny finally got up, and he went into the ring. And then Bo Dallas did a promo from the rocking chair with a message for Solo, so I guess that feud's going to continue. Johnny Gargano was in the ring with Candice LeRae. Gargano said he knows he's one of the best wrestlers in the world and he needs to be Johnny Wrestling again. So then Obi Femi showed up. Buried Gargano in like 2 minutes, won the match. And yeah, that's basically Johnny Gargano now in WWE TV. And then Jay Cargill was shown backstage when Michin approached her. B-Fab was with Michin. Michin said that Rhea Ripley earned her spot when she takes that title. But she'll worry about Ripley. Jay says she's done talking and she'll meet Michin next week. So next week, it's going to be Jay Cargill versus Michin. I don't think that's going to be a good match. It's probably going to be a quick match. And then this segment I kind of liked. It's a comedy skit. Nick Aldis was shown backstage when he saw the newcomer Dan Housen. He talked about how he wants his Hall of Fame induction, he wants a mentor to take him to the top. Aldis said, saw The Miz, who was trying to help young superstars, so Aldis said he has somebody for The Miz to mentor. It's Dan Housen. Dan Housen was thrilled to meet The Miz, who didn't like Dan Housen. Miz said he's not going to mentor Dan Housen, so Dan Housen said, yes, you are, or you're going to be cursed. So it'll be interesting to see where they go from that. So next week on Smackdown, Jay Cargill versus Michin, Jelly Roll Live. And then the next was the title match. Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes. And this match went 20 minutes. And yeah, you were just... yeah. And just trying to think of the right words to say here. Everything that, and if you think for 1 second that that Cody Rhodes won? Well, he did. Cody Rhodes won the title, won this match, and is a new undisputed champion again. And it got a lot of dislikes on the Twitter, on their YouTube channel. And I mean, anybody can see this happening. So Cody Rhodes has the John Cena treatment. He's booked to win. And I mean, if John Cena was on, if social media was around when John Cena's run, John Cena probably would have gotten a lot of backlash. But this was only Drew McIntyre's second defense. He was really good as champion. He was really good at heel. So, but yeah, they gotta give it to Cody Rhodes because Cody Rhodes has the main event WrestleMania, and he is the golden child of WWE. So I'll just be right back in 1 second. So I think anybody who saw this coming probably knew that Cody Rhodes was going to win, unfortunately. I mean, he didn't win the Elimination Chamber, he didn't win the Royal Rumble, so why did we give him a title shot? Well, because he's Cody Rhodes and we can't leave him out, so I don't know if this is going to become a triple threat, but it's going to be, so I guess it's going to be Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania, and face versus face, so I mean the fans were happy to see it, I guess, so so that was Smackdown. I'll be hopefully talking about this tomorrow. I think we're going to do a big stream tomorrow. We'll talk lots. And we'll talk about this. This booking decision. Cody Rhodes is booked to win. He's the John Cena of this era, whenever this era is called. So the good. So the good in this match. I would say the good is the women's segment with Nia Jax and Lash Legend. Lash looks like a star, and she's really good on the mic. And yeah, Nia and Lash actually are good together. Actually work good together. So, and the bad, well, the bad would probably, I mean, there's a lot of bad on the show, to be honest. The bad would probably be the Motor City Machine Gun segment. Because, yeah, you can't take them seriously as a tag team anymore. Like, yeah, they were like, man, see, and the thing is about the Motor City Machine Guns is that they had, like, really good matches in TNA. And probably most of their fan base probably doesn't even know of the matches in TNA. So, yeah, so if you're seeing the Motor City Machine Guns for the first time in WWE, you're just thinking, there's just some generic tag team, and they're not really main event tag team. They're not booked properly. They should be booked properly. Like, I'm not saying that they should be champions or anything, but they should be better featured, have better matches. Like, I think they would have benefited more in AEW, to be honest. At least they treat the talent. At least they have decent matches, and they won't get buried. But so yeah, so that'll be the bad. And the ugly. A lot of people are gonna hit me on this one. Was Cody Rhodes winning the title? I think that was the ugly moment because, well, because now we get to see Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania again. I feel like they just put the title on Drew just so they can do this whole thing with Cody. And yeah. Yeah, now we get to have Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. And yeah, so and we'll see what will happen with that match. I would like to see Randy Orton actually win. Give him one more title run. I'd like to see one more good run with Randy Orton. I mean, it's not like Cody Rhodes is already over, so it's not like he's putting over young talent. So. See, but like I thought, like Sami Zayn was actually gonna come into the match and cost Cody the title. See, they could have done something like that, but and Jacob Fatu was also involved in this match. And it'll probably set up a Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu match, which should be decent. I think it'll be decent. So yeah, so that's Smackdown. Yeah. There are some good things in the show, some bad and some ugly. But all in all, overall, it's a watchable show. I mean, these 3 hours of Smackdown is a lot more bearable than it was before. But yeah, I might be on later today to do a gaming stream. If not, then I'll probably see you tomorrow. And then tomorrow I'll do a top 5 again of the week. There are some moments, there are some top 5 moments. I won't do picture to picture since YouTube doesn't like that. But yeah, until then, I'll see you in the next video. Let me know what you think of SmackDown and everything, and yeah, I'm just kind of telling you right now. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video.